In February 2024, something truly astonishing happened in South Africa. People in Cape Town were shocked when 19 shark carcasses washed up on the beach. But here's the strangest part. It wasn't just the sheer number of sharks. There was something even more bizarre. Not a single one of these sharks had been eaten, or at least partially eaten. All 19 sharks, which were of the broad-nosed seven-gill species, were missing only one thing: their liver. That's right. Every single one of them had been surgically opened, and only their liver was removed, nothing else. Now, you might think this was the work of some fishermen, right? Maybe they caught the sharks, took their livers for some special purpose, and then dumped them back. But here's the twist. The culprit wasn't a human surgeon or anything like that. It was an orca, the master predator of the sea, and possibly one of the most intelligent hunters on the planet. But before we dive deeper, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our videos. So, discovering the culprit behind this incident wasn't easy for the general public. But for marine biologist Alison Towner, the bite marks on the sharks were clear indicators. This was the work of an orca. What puzzled her was why these orcas were targeting the shark's livers specifically. This isn't typical orca behavior. And what's even more fascinating is that each shark was opened precisely at the shoulders, with a clean, surgical-like incision. The liver was carefully extracted, while all other organs and tissues remained untouched. Clearly, these orcas were after something very specific. Orcas targeting a single organ from sharks is extremely unusual. You have to wonder, why wouldn't they eat the entire shark? Especially considering that an orca can weigh up to 9 tons and needs to consume over 200 kilograms of food per day. And even if this was just a one-off event, you could maybe brush it off. But we're not talking about one isolated incident here. We're talking about 19 sharks, all in one day. Interestingly, this wasn't the first time something like this happened. While the number of sharks this time was extraordinary, reports of orcas hunting sharks have been around since 2015. Back then, orcas were seen hunting seven-gill sharks in South Africa. These sharks would gather in certain areas to avoid their main predator, the great white shark. But unfortunately for them, orcas started showing up in their safe zone, hunting them down one by one. And if that wasn't enough, orcas didn't stop with just seven gills. By 2017, they were seen hunting the great white shark itself. This made headlines worldwide because orcas were targeting the largest predatory fish in the ocean, the great white shark. We're talking about a creature weighing up to 2 tons, stretching over 6 meters long, with around 300 razor-sharp teeth, capable of biting down with over 15 kilograms of force in a single chomp. The great white is infamous for its attacks on humans and boats alike. And after all that, I've got to tell you, scientists recorded great whites fleeing their traditional hunting grounds after repeated orca attacks. Imagine that, a top predator abandoning its territory out of fear of orcas. But the question remains, why the liver? Why are orcas so focused on shark livers specifically? The answer lies in nutrition. Just like how certain foods make us feel energized or sluggish, orcas seem to have discovered that shark liver, rich in oils, gives them a powerful energy boost. And there's no better source of those oils than shark liver, especially that of the great white, which is packed with calories, vitamins, and omega-3s. Shark liver can make up around a third of the shark's body weight, making it a valuable, high-energy snack. You could say that for orcas, shark liver is like Red Bull, a quick, nutritious shot of energy that keeps them going. In fact, some researchers have even compared orcas' targeting of shark livers to a form of addiction. Now, if you're impressed by how smart orcas are to be able to identify and target such a specific organ in their prey, you've got to ask yourself, how did they learn to do this in the first place? Imagine you're sitting with friends, enjoying a meal, and one of them points to a specific cut of meat, telling you it's the tastiest and most nutritious part. That's basically what happened in the orca world. The first time scientists noticed orcas hunting sharks in South Africa and targeting their livers was through 2 male orcas, famously known as Port and Starbird. These 2 orcas were first spotted in the 1980s near the coasts of Canada. What made them famous was their inseparable bond. They did everything together. They hunted together, traveled together, and even slept side by side. While orcapods are known for their strong bonds, the closeness between these two was extraordinary. They even had their own unique vocalizations, making it easy for researchers to identify them. And that wasn't the only thing that set them apart. Their dorsal fins were distinctive too. Port's fin tilted to the left while Starbird's tilted to the right. That's actually where their names come from, the nautical terms for the left and right sides of a ship. Their tight bond helped them stand out and survive in the dangerous world of the ocean. But what's even more remarkable is that they weren't just hunters, they were specialists. These two orcas were the first to be observed targeting shark livers. And over time, they became the teachers for other orcapods, leading groups and showing them how to hunt sharks, extract the liver with precision, and feast on this energy-packed meal. Since then, this strange behavior has been passed down, with orcas around the world adopting this liver-snatching strategy. Similar incidents have been recorded in places like California and New Zealand, though not to the same extent as what's happened in South Africa, where Port and Starbird lead the charge. No matter where these incidents take place, it's hard not to be amazed by the intelligence of these killer whales. Orcas are creatures gifted with an incredible ability to adapt, hunt, and survive, making them some of the smartest animals in the ocean, if not the entire world. And that's it for today. Don't forget to leave us a like before you go.